That is funny, Arlie. Well, this morning I had put this blouse on. I noticed how much I matched the quilt today. I truly clash. This is a clash.
We don't match today. Today's not a matching day.
No, well, but we complement each other.
I suppose, yeah.
So Bill said, you got this thing hanging down. You better fix that. And it was like, the strap that holds this up. And it was hanging down. So I was trying to figure out how to put it on. And he said, I think your blouse is on inside out.
Wow. You're having some
and I would have run out the door like that. I would have been here on the live. No, you probably wouldn't have noticed. Because the seams don't really show so much,
I'm very observant.
Yes, you are. But it was just one of those silly things.
Anybody else's shirts inside out? Threads hanging? They're probably still in pajamas.
Debbie and Ellie, and there's Karen.
I think everyone's kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the weather.
I know.
But maybe some people have already started with their weather. Maybe further north.
Yeah, hard to say. We're just watching. If it's icy and rainy, then when it starts to freeze, people should not be on the roads. Mm-hmm. I mean, the first part of the day looks like it's going to be fine, probably till early afternoon anyway. Mm-hmm. So we'll all just keep an eye open for that. But if it gets nasty, I think we're just going to put a clothes side on the door and go home. If it gets nasty, so.
Well, Kathy's in Newfoundland, I think I saw. Snowy Newfoundland.
Oh, good for her.
Barb said it was starting to snow in Kitchener.
And there's Patricia Legault.
And she was in yesterday.
She was in yesterday, and I called her Pauline. Oh, I had her last name right. And it was like, come on, I know it's Patricia. But here I went. Oh, it's beginning to snow in Grimsby.
Well, it is end of February, right?
So maybe March is going to come in like a lion. Hopefully go out like a lamb and be spring.
Yeah. We're ready for that.
Yeah. Who else we have there? Lynn, and there's Deborah Gordon-Gowalski. So it's starting to snow in Whitby. Agnes Hill. Hello.
And Cheryl.
Barbara Sherwood.
Debbie.
And there's Terry Billings. Oh, my happy Terry. There's so many of you, just such happy people in Glenna, where it's probably, I don't know if it's nasty up where you are this morning. Bonnie Greenwood. Tammy and I would just like to reach out and hug all of you, wouldn't we, Tammy? Like, yes. It's just, yeah. Good morning.
Mary says she finally found her shoulder today.
She's funny. There's Laura. Anyway, so hugs to all of you. And thanks for joining us today. So, Miss Tammy, what are we going to give away today? Okay,
let's do a pattern. It's called Fat Quarter Quilting. There's 9 small quilts in this pattern. I don't know if you can really see. But they'd be fun to do something different. I have the Quilt This City tote bag. I know it's in the rustly plastic bag.
You want to sing the song that goes with that?
No, it's okay. And then
I hear you have a lovely singing voice.
Who have you been talking to? Not my children, have you? They would be like, no, don't let her sing.
There's Susan Robinson. There's Sandra Grummett and Carrie Aldrich. And what else you got there?
And then I have 8 black and white fat quarters. So,
They kind of look silvery.
Well, yeah, there is some silvery in there. But there's some white background and then some metallics.
They're very pretty, yeah.
Okay, so we'll draw for those later.
I see you put a nice ribbon on them, the fancy elastic.
I know.
I just thought I'd mention.
It's early, Cynthia.
So maybe when we give them away, we could put a pretty ribbon on them.
All right.
Okay.
They're just going to tear it apart and start being creative right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what else do we have?
Look at that. Diane Updike has a dog waving at us.
Just being creative.
I don't know how to do those things. Anyway, it's fun.
Well, maybe
fun
Diane
to watch.
Can show you next time she comes in.
Okay. Here we are.
Shall we talk about the class?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so Fran sent her new crossbody bag, and it's this lovely forest green. It's a little bit bigger, so you can kind of see the other. Are we going down?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. You can see it's a little bit. Okay, our table looks a little cluttered. It's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you can see it's bigger.
But it's the same bag, just little bit bigger.
So you have your choice in the class to make this size or this size. But see the zippers. This is such a handy bag because it's just, you know, nice deep pockets and the one on the front and then you know, she just always does a nice job. So
And then there's the inside.
so this is a fun, and Fran is just fun to be around anyway. So this will be a great class.
And the strap is adjustable.
Yeah.
So that,
And we have some of this nice metal hardware that goes with them.
okay. So she has 2 dates, Friday, March 3rd from 9:30 to 3:30 or Wednesday, April 5th from 9:30 to 3:30. We still have some spots available.
So let us know.
Okay. Not sure what you're doing.
I thought maybe you were going to be doing something.
Okay, let's go through some of the notions that have come in. Some of you have been looking for these Thimble Pack Plus, the little pads that go on the end of your fingertips.
And they're like a cork, right? They've got like a glue on the back that comes off. And then there's one that has like a metal tip, like a metal piece too. So it can be nice and soft on your finger. But you know, when it could be if you were hand quilting or even if you're like doing binding. And you know, sometimes that needle makes, you know, when our skin is thin,
It hurts.
it hurts. It just gets thinner in that spot. These are wonderful for that. Because not everybody is, you know, is comfortable or works well with a thimble. There's
So we
Paula
have
Brown and
those.
Mary Rain.
And then if you remember, we had the Stash and Store a little while ago. These are the minis. So they do the same thing. I have this mint, or this blue, aqua I think it is, and lime. I have those two and they're $13.50.
And they are so cute.
They're
But
really
you know what? Like, I like that because I brought one of those home too. I got the sort of the turquoise one. But I just have like at the end of my one machine where I'm doing a lot of embroidery, like my scissors that I cut, my tweezers, like 3 or 4 little things that I use all the time. And it just doesn't take up a lot of space, but it's just handy.
It's right there.
Yeah. And the other one I've got set up in the other.
And we also have this vacuum cleaning attachment to clean your machine. So you can really get in there and get all the dust, all the threads, just to get your machine good cleaning. So it works really great. And that's $27.99.
Yeah, and that can save you a lot of money on getting your, you know, machine cleaned if you do that on a regular basis. And Bloodworth was just saying that she just loves her Stash and Store.
And then I have this wrist pin cushion by Bowen. So it's nice and firm on top so your needles aren't going to fall out. And that
Needles or pins? I guess it could be either.
Yeah,
Could
whatever.
be needles, yeah.
I guess I'm just... And so you can adjust this. You can tell it's a little bit tight on my wrist, but because it's metal, you can adjust it to your wrist.
Yeah, and because we're going to be selling it, we're not going to adjust it.
Oh, so I'm just going to take it off. But there you go.
So it'll fit your wrist perfectly.
Yeah.
And?
I don't know what I did, but I'll fix it.
Okay. So we have these cute little tumblers. So we have 20 across and 22 down. These are all pre-cut. There's about 400 of these little guys in here. And they fit together beautifully when you're sewing them because it's just up, down, up, down, up, down. And so we have 400 in this package and they are $42. So you can see that these are sort of I'm holding it together, girls, because they are in hysterics back here, just to let you know. We should flash the camera up at 10. But Arlene can't because there's tears rolling down her face. There we go.
What is it that you're talking about there?
These little mini tumblers. It's a quilt kit, and they're all pre-cut and ready to sew together. So this would be a nice little size, and $42, and there's 400 of them. So there's Leanne and Barb Christensen. And we have a spring gnome rug kit.
A little spring gnome spring gnome mug rug kit. Boy, that's a big mouthful. It's $28.99, and so it is also pre-fused laser cut with the background, with the foam, so everything.
And with the
there.
backing, yeah. So this is a little different than the ones we showed before.
Yes,
because that's a whole kit.
The whole kit will be completely finished with all the pieces in it.
Yes.
All right. And have a bunch of AccuQuilt. Did you want to do that?
Let's talk about that.
So
Do you know, one of the things I do want to say is that we are going to be doing an interview with one of our quilters who has been using the AccuQuilt system for a number of years and who's very prolific and can really give everybody a lot of tips. So she's going to do a little trunk show for us, and we're going to video that and show that to everybody here.
Oh, that'll
in
be
the
fun.
next few weeks. That's going to be something to look forward to because she does an amazing job.
The gnome kit finishes at 7 inches by 10 inches. I just saw that question.
Oh, there's Teresa McPhail.
All right, so the llama die, I believe, is the die to try.
What the size of the quilt the tumbler makes? Well, what'd you say? They're 20 down and 22 across. I'm thinking I don't know, a runner, a baby quilt. You could do
Like a throw?
Well,
Small throw?
20 down, 22 across.
What
So
is
if I'm
this?
thinking maybe, say if it's 2 across, so say 40 by 44 minimum. Yeah, 40 by 44 minimum. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
So there's the
Hey, Nancy.
llama die.
This is so darn cute with the little llamas.
It is.
And we know people who like llamas.
It's $83.98, and there's some ideas on the back, as always. And then these are just some things that are back in stock that we haven't had in a while. So a die pick, so you can clean out your corners in your die to make them work more efficiently when you're doing a lot of cutting. The snowflake die. And then this is more what we're hoping for is tulips. So that's a pretty tulip die.
I have some on my table right now. Like I kind of splurge just to, because they'll last about a week, you know, and they're just beautiful.
And then the Ohio Star, which
And
is
I
always
think,
a nice
yeah,
copy
and
of
this is a 12-inch finish size.
That's a good size.
block. So yeah, it is a great size.
There's the Snail's Trail. This is the 8-inch finished block.
Snail's trails are so interesting. I've seen them done different ways, but you know, different colors. And this makes it so handy. Like it's all labeled. And I just wanted to mention, like they have all the pieces on the die will be all labeled so that you know. But there's an example of one of the quilts. But all the pieces of foam are marked with their letters so you know exactly how to put it together.
And cross canoes.
Yeah, we've had that one up. Yeah.
This is 9-inch die. And there's lots of possibilities with that one as well. And then we also brought in some storage for your dies. So
And this is going to be a surprise because they are how much? They're about $45.
$41.99.
Well, for today and tomorrow, $25.
What? Wow.
$25
Okay, you heard it here.
today and tomorrow only. So this is a great way to organize some of your dies.
Yep, to keep your little area your sewing area nice and tidy so you can do more. There's the 10 by 10 as well. That was the 6 by 6. And then I also have 6 by 12. So $25 today and tomorrow.
Somebody was just asking about the price on the mini stack ones, the little mini store and go, $13.50.
Oh, okay.
I happened to see that question called flying by. There's Marilyn Walsh and Christine Santini. What do we got?
Well, we're going to demonstrate the binding ease again.
Are we going to flip anything? Nothing to flip out? Nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing?
Okay. We have the coral color and the blue, I believe.
Yes.
And they're $45.
And
So the whole thing is just silicone with these little tabs, almost like little belt loops.
because you could rest your iron on the other side if you wanted, just to rest your iron.
If you have a surface somewhere, yeah.
Because I know that when I'm doing, because I have my wool mat, and if I'm pressing something here, I'll just rest my iron on this while I'm back and forth a little bit. So I kind of make it multi-purpose. But I must say, this week I was doing binding for table runner because I thought I'm going to see if I can teach myself how to properly stitch it on with the machine instead of hand stitching it. This is wonderful because I have one at home. Yeah, really quick. and it just slid right over top of the, I'm just waiting for this to warm up,
Okay.
so I'm chatting some more. But it, like, you know, where you join your seams, like there was no problem as you just pulled it
Yeah.
through. Yeah, it was just great. So you want to fold it in half and start it a little
Yep,
bit.
so you've got your 2.5-inch binding strip. You can join them. You can have like your whole 6 feet of, or 20 feet of binding, whatever you need for your quilt. You're gonna fold it in half. How's our iron doing?
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah. What was I going to say too about that? Oh, I forget. But I mean, you can make your binding ahead sometimes too. People will do that. We do that for some of our quilts. Here, it's ready.
It's ready now. Okay, so do you want to go? There we go. So I'm gonna feed it through the little belt loop.
Just like in half. There you go.
It's probably not the correct terminology, but that's what I'm calling it. And then you want to get it started because you're gonna grab your.
Yeah. So you're just resting your iron right here.
Just leave it, and then you just slowly pull it through, making sure with your other end that you're keeping your. Do you want to grab that something?
Mhm.
That obviously you wouldn't have two people do this, but you just pull it through and keep your strip.
And actually, this goes pretty fast.
There you go.
But look at that nice
And it's
press
nice
on.
and flat. Yeah, like you're not having to.
So when you're doing a bunch, and the thing is, you're not burning your fingers. It's perfect for whatever size, because you could be doing it wider. We've cut a 2.5-inch strip, but you could certainly do something bigger or narrower if you were doing something. Maybe you were doing little bias pieces.
It's very flat too.
Yeah,
Like
very
it's
nice.
very flat.
Yeah, so that's a real time saver, and it's just been great.
That's ready to go.
It is really quick, Colleen.
Now you
Yeah.
want to be careful because this is going to be pretty hot, so you don't want to be touching it.
But
burn
it's
yourself.
silicone, yeah.
And then just let that cool.
Yeah, and speaking of these lovely irons, there are some more coming in this week in this order. And somebody on our mystery bus trip is going to be the lucky winner of one.
So the belt loop opening is about 2 inches.
So, like 4 inches, like.
So cut your piece 4 inches, and no burnt fingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, no matter how careful you are, you're always burning your fingers.
No, it's just a great time saver.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to show how pretty this is. You know, we're just all looking forward to summer and spring and our birds coming back. And this is some hummingbirds that we have here. And it's a panel with 6 of them on it. And you can see there's a little bit of metallic in them. Very pretty. And so that panel is,
It's 17.
yeah, I took it out of the bag here, but I believe that's the case. And there's this nice piece of that coordinates with it,
Let's open it some more so you can see it.
and a nice pale green.
Oh yeah, that green looks really good with it.
But we have other colors that you could pull out, you know, in the shop. So you could pull out any color you wanted.
What is the brand of iron? Someone's asking.
It's my Panasonic cordless iron.
Yeah, that would be great placemats with the birds.
Yeah, that would be very nice. Yeah.
Great.
I'll look after that.
Okay. And then we have some wide backs that have come in. Some more of the dry brush, where the line that we have the yardage from. So we have some more options for wide backs. So this is kind of like a taupe, a gray taupe, but it's almost got like a green undertone. They're really neat with their dry brush effect on them. The bus trip is next Saturday, but it is full. Somebody's asking. And there's a lighter with a white background.
Yeah, we're carrying a lot of these in regular yardage, and we were able to get them in wide. We love them because they're so neutral, and yet, you know, this shows off the machine quilting beautifully, but it still gives you some depth and movement.
So that's kind of a gray blue.
Yeah, almost a denim-y, like a, yeah.
And then there's
Oh, isn't
like
that
a
nice
blue
with it?
black, I think it is, that one.
I don't know if it shows up so much on their screen, but this is a nice blue undertones. Okay. I'll look after that while you pick up another one. These things, these bolts only weigh about 20 pounds a piece. My
There's a
goodness.
black.
Right? They're
charcoal.
heavy.
Yeah, they are.
So nice and neutral. And oh, we should tell them how much a yard.
Oh, they might want to know that. It's $27 a yard.
Do we have a Do we have a?
No, I don't.
Do
think
we have a cancellation?
Well, is
like-
there?
Yeah, there's a list.
There is a list
A
going.
waiting
but
list,
we
yeah.
haven't had anybody cancel for the bus trip. This is like a chocolate brown. So those are wide backs.
And we did say they're 27 a yard, right?
Yeah. And then this is not. It's not my day, I guess. So this is a tone on tone white. I'll just leave it down. It is not a dry brush. It's got some squiggles on it.
So it's a nice tone on tone. Nice white one.
And that one is $25 a yard by
Should we
Oasis.
talk about this nice quilt behind us?
All right. So we have one last kit left. And it's using the Gingham Gardens layer cake. And then we have the Missouri Star pattern book in there that we've got the
And how big is this, Tammy?
56 by 64 for $125.
And it's our last one.
It's our last one.
So let's mark it down to $100. Let's take $25 off.
Okay.
So one left. And that's a good size quilt. You said 68 by
58 by 64.
58 by 64.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We also wanted to go through some of our Tim Holtz fabrics. We are putting these on sale for the Tim Holtz prints for $10 a yard. There are so many cool things that you can do with this fabric. And Tim Holtz started out as a scrapbooker and then has moved to fabric. He still does scrapbooking. Look at that. This has got some insects and sort of an Audubon feel to it.
And so when you come in the store, these are in their own little section, and they have like a little orange sticker on them. So it's just the Tim Holtz with the little orange sticker on the bolts.
And we have some moss.
And that's always cute. I like that one. So we still have lots of kind of background or low volume neutrals that you could play with and add some color. That one's a nice one.
And this one is kind of like a traveling gift. Maybe we'll move some of those to that table and start with this because
Yes, Rosie, you're gonna have to come in. Your favorite Tim Holtz.
so much fabric, so little time, she says. So just, some really interesting colors. Like, take a look at the oranges in that one.
Yeah, there's lots of interesting color.
And this is, like traveling, like that's got.
Green.
And then we have, this is like the,
Subway map or something?
I think it's a map, a city map anyway. Yeah, so this is great for bags and all kinds of things. Backings, backgrounds sometimes. When we were playing with our girls, when we did those sort of steampunk
Oh yes.
Janet Wicker Frisk, we used a lot of this fabric.
It was fun to use that.
Yeah.
Diamonds. And this one's interesting too.
Measuring tapes.
So maybe you've forgotten about that we have Tim Holtz. This is just a reminder. This one's always very bright. And these are your regular width, yes.
And I'll let you take those off and start again. And then, I just wanted to remember that we have some show and tell. See, look at that. Lots of possibilities here, ladies. We have done that counterpoint quilt with it very effectively. I think I've done it twice with Tim Holtz fabrics. This has that sort of burnt wood look to it,
Oh yeah, remember when you used to do those crafts with the wood burning tool?
Yeah, and look at that one.
Yeah.
So they're just, quite different. So I think we have some show and tell, don't we?
Yes.
Can you please put your silver? Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, can't. Anyway, no, sorry. Need a road trip. Yes.
So there's Tracy with one of her big.
Isn't that a beauty? That's.
Yeah. I think it was Poppy. No, that was a Christmas one with Christmas balls. She just brought it on the weekend. And there she is again with this is more of a.
This was batiks, yeah.
Yeah, batiks.
It's kind of surprising for Tracy because her quilts are always so big, but it's a beauty too.
And there's Darlene.
This is Darlene Denny, and she is having lots of fun with her new sewing machine, and she's been playing with some machine embroidery. And I believe she did that one in the hoop.
That's a knitting bag, right?
Yep.
Yep. There she is with another one.
Her craft bag. And then look at her cute little bunny runner.
She's having lots of fun, and they were all nice projects.
It's so nice when we see you having fun. And this was our
windswept class on Saturday with Gladys.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. And the girls, she was making sure that everybody knew how to do the mirror image on these blocks, and they all had great success.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, you can see
Leisha
finishing
and
up
there's
with her.
Janet, and there's a picture of Alice there. There's Alice. Yeah.
Sewing away. So they all had lots of fun.
Yes, we've got some classes again. Today we have Willie Melt. And then we have Henny on Friday, and we have Ian on Saturday. So
it's going to be busy.
We'll be buzzing. Well,
I think it's store prize time.
Is there anything we should be mentioning? Just classes. Tammy's been updating the website regularly, so we've lots of items being added. And please like us on Facebook. We'll get our likes up. And what else? I don't know. Come and see us when the roads are good. I think we'll be okay till midday today, and for sure anyway.
If you want anything.
And it looks like the weather's going to be great from then on too, for the rest of the week. So
once we get through it. So if you need anything, want anything, like anything, Cynthia at cherishedpieces.com or Tammy, Tami at cherishedpieces.com. And you can also call us. Whatever works best for you. There are no more spots in the Saturday's class for the featherweights, but we are starting a waiting list. We're going to find another date.
Yeah, we'll talk to Ian and we'll be setting some more dates. So he's quite amenable to that.
Ooh, Tundra Swans are back already.
Really? Oh, that's nice.
That's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
Yeah. All right, let's do door prizes. Let's do the pattern. Fat quarter pattern.
Allison McDonald.
Allison McDonald.
Congratulations, Allison.
And we'll do the tote.
Janice McKenney.
Congratulations, Janice. And then our beautiful black and white back quarters without the rubber band on them.
Kimberly McDonald Swicker.
Kimberly McDonald Swicker. Okay.
Yeah, congratulations, Kimberly. Let me know if you're going to come pick them up or if I need to pop it in the mail for you. Whatever works for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you very much for joining us, ladies. And we'll see you next week.
That's right. Have a great week.